Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy Raw coming at you raw. I got a quick but long Gaming Talk episode 8S for you dudes. This is the third episode in the S series of Gaming Talk. Glad that you could join me, and I will introduce my fellow brethren. But first, drop a like on the video if you're here, if you got the fingers that the Lord bless you with. Tap that thumbs up button for me. Let's get it to a whopping, I don't know, surprise me. Drop a like on the video.
Likes.
Amazing! But let's do that. Also subscribe for more gaming news from console to PC, and maybe even tablets and phones. Now let's introduce the boys here, and that is brother. First, I'm gonna get you back in the fray. Go ahead, tell the people what's up.
Well, yeah, I just heard my voice. I already spoiled it. Yep, I'm back up in here. This is what episode is this?
This is 8S.
This is 8 jumping the gun.
Jumping the gun.
Yeah, guys, what's going on, everybody? PrinceThaGamer. Hope everybody had a great Easter. And yeah, we back at work doing these gaming talks.
That's right.
Can't wait to talk about these topics. Let's talk gaming, baby.
That's right. And to my right or left, depending on where he is in the world, Turtles, say something to the people.
Matt Wilson, I'm right in front of you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Take it. Tell the people what's up.
What is going on, girls, boys, turtles, and toys?
Yeah.
I'm Turtles Live, and back to you with another episode of Gaming Talk, episode 8S.
Yes. Well, you said that. All right, listen. Let's get the elephant out the world. All right. We delayed it. We delayed this episode from last weekend. It was Easter weekend, and was it Easter weekend last weekend? Yes. And
It was.
we had a lot of things busy in real life that was going on. So please understand. Try to understand. We try to get these gaming episodes out every week. Try to post it on Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. We have a good one for you. The first topic is PS4.5 Israel, and will be shown at E3 this year. PSVR 2 coming out next year is the second topic, and you guys in the round table. I want to start off with Turtles. The Kotaku article, this source, and all our sources will be in the description below, as well as the time frame of these topics. I say a quick episode. We're going to try to keep this episode under 40 minutes. So let's start the timer. Turtles, PS4.5 confirmed in a way. Also from news sources like The Know, a YouTube channel, also from Kotaku. Something going to be shown at E3, exclusive for the PS4.5, but not exclusive, but a game being made up, built up on the PS4.5, and it's going to be a known property. Now, the first question obviously is, how do you feel? Like this thing has not been confirmed by Sony yet, but developers, leaks, reliable sources, let's just talk as if this was announced by Sony. How do you feel about a PS4.5, man? We already talked about it last gaming talk, but now that we know this is this could be real. This is real. The next PlayStation is in the works. How do you feel, bro?
Like I told you before last week, I'm still sticking with what I got. I feel like this is not the best decision for Sony, PS4.5. And so I feel like they should either put all their energy into either the PS5 or virtual reality, or maybe they could fix some of the problems that they have with the current PS4, because we all admit there are some problems with it. We get error codes from time to time, and that's not going to change. Or they could even fix them Sony servers. I'm just going to say it.
I love it. I just want to interrupt right quick. I love how Fresh said last week, or last gaming talk. You said, don't worry about PS4.5. Worry about these servers that go down every month. And that was funny. But go ahead, Turtles. Continue.
Like, I mean, we get hacked like once a month by like
Hey, stop it.
anonymous
We don't get
lady.
hacked on here. It don't even
Nah,
go
that's
down once a
Microsoft
month.
now.
Yeah, I know that is Microsoft now. That's the same. See, that's why you don't tease people, because it can happen to you. But like I said, though, at the end of the day, it's not going down every month. But Turtles, you said it's not a good decision. I want to just switch the mics quickly, and we'll go back to Turtles. Fresh. Do you think this is a good idea for Sony? Because you was adamant about it not being a good
Um,
idea, but now you kind of saw the light in a
no,
way. Talk to us. Talk
yeah.
to us.
Um, I think it's a good idea as far as showing what they can do with another console, and seeing the PlayStation 4 is stronger than what it is today. Like it's unbelievable what it can do today, and I'm just curious. This is good for people who's curious to see something like this like happen, and they actually making games for it. But as far as a business move and marketing, no, that's not. It's definitely not. That's a bad move. But I would like
Yeah.
to see it. I would love to see something like that, but I just don't want Sony to be hurt, just because of this, because you got VR and to focus on right now, but it could be, because VR's resolution is the lowest out of all three VRs,
Yep, and we're
with
going to
Vive
get to
being the
that.
highest. So
We're going to get
yeah,
to
in
that in
order
the
to get
next
to that, the
topic.
4.5 would do it. But I'm gonna hit you with a heavy hitter though. Reason why I think this is bad is because they will have to actually organize this setup, because now that 4.5 is coming out and there's gonna be like better quality of games, does that mean the price is going to be going up to like $70 or $80 a game now
Let me
for the
say this about.
4.5? That's
Let
what
me
I
say
was
this
thinking
about
about.
game
Yeah.
prices. Game prices should have been up. Like the Division is a $100 game. If you like it or if you don't like it, the Division, the whole package is $100. Like the whole, like how
Yeah.
people say, oh, they take stuff out and they try to sell it via DLC. Well, the Division $100 version, Gold Edition, is the entire game. That's the game. That's the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want the
Exactly.
entire, in Grand Theft Auto 5, and that game should be $100. But
Yeah, they just don't say that. They just don't
mm,
say it. When they
mm,
say DLC, they thinking like, oh, this is extra content in the game, but they don't know if that's the real game. It should have been packaged with the game that you have, the official copy. So that DLC is just hidden content that should have been in the game already. But
yeah,
they just the way
definitely.
they sell it that they don't tell you that, oh, that should have been in there.
Yeah. And they just trying to make
Hmm.
money because they know these games are more than $60. They like this game is worth more than 60, but we're gonna sell it low for 60.
Yep,
So, those
exactly.
guys who are afraid of a high price can buy it. But
Yeah,
Turtles,
but
I
it's
want
a
to go
bad
back.
it's a bad thing.
I want to
It's
go back to
marketing.
Turtles. I want to go back to Turtles. Would you buy a PS4.5 knowing the specs on it? News is coming out that it's going to be running everything in 4K. Digital Foundry, another YouTube channel, have a website as well. They are predicting that it's going to be upscaled to 4K because it's impossible to have a $400 system that can do 4K. Now, my argument against that is, like native 4K. My argument against that is, you know, nothing is impossible. Well, okay,
Just do it.
for man, it's impossible. But I think that Sony and scientists and all this technology as far as it's moving faster and faster. I think we're going to get to a place, and we may have already arrived, where technology that couldn't do what like for instance, no one could have told you back in Abraham Lincoln days that we're going to be able to communicate via phone. Like in their mind, like cell phone, like how we do now, right? Like technology, like he says, the Digital Foundry is saying it's going to be impossible for PlayStation to do 4K natively. But if you have the same model getting sold to millions of consumers, right? The same model now versus PC, where PC could come from different, customizations and iterations, and everyone doesn't have the same PC. Like PC is like a fingerprint. Everybody don't have the same fingerprint. So with everyone having the same unit, I think it is achievable. I could see Sony proving. them wrong in having native 4K uh games come on out on the
Yeah.
system because like I said, you know what I mean? Like these guys are that's their specialty, right? Sony's specialty is that. So and they did the 4K first, right? They was a big push behind 4K first. So anyway, Turtles, going back to your question, are you gonna get it? Do you think it's gonna
Well,
be native 4K, or do you think it's gonna be upscaled? Talk to me.
well, I mean, I don't really want to get it now because me personally, I don't have a
Mm,
TV that runs 4K, and
right,
I
right.
don't think like a lot of other people do.
No.
But yeah, like as time goes by, I feel like 4K will be the native resolution, and then eventually the PS 4.5 can fit in with everything else and stuff like that. But maybe
Mm,
by the time that comes around, the
yes,
PS5 will come out, or like the
yes.
Xbox 2.5, something like that. Might
Oh
go ahead and
man.
take over.
Speaking of Xbox too, watch that video I posted, y'all. I basically just said they need to announce it this year. Xbox just needs to announce it this year. They because they like Fresh said something funny off camera. He was like, Xbox ain't saying nothing about nothing. Like Sony over here talking about PSVR, PS4.5. Xbox did talk about, you know, upgradable parts and stuff, but how is that going to work? No one knows. It's best if they just release a whole new console that's stronger than the Xbox One right now. And of course that'll make everyone who bought an Xbox One angry. But hey man, making five people angry ain't that bad, you know? Oh,
Oh,
are you saying?
well,
Are you saying?
well, you see what that?
What? Only five people have it? I'm just
No, I'm
playing.
personally.
Uh, That's a joke. That's a joke. Of course, more than five people own an Xbox One. Okay. Fresh, I want to switch the mic to you. Are you going to get a PS4.5 if it gets announced this year? Um, do you think it's going to do everything in 4K like the news is coming out is saying it will?
You asking me if like everything he's saying is doing like in what the speculation that's going on
Yeah,
is every is every you saying is everything real?
yeah, the
Uh,
news is saying it's going to be running everything on 4K, everything, even games now, upscale it to 4K on PS4. And another little thing they say, PS4.5 games will be able to run on PS4. It's just that you're gonna notice um, some technical things on the PS4 version. Now,
yeah.
I can tell you right now, the demo for Final Fantasy Platinum that just got released, you should download it if you are curious on that game. It has some frame drops. Now, I'm thinking on PS4.5, those will be non existent. And those are the technical limitations they're talking about we're going to notice. And that's the same thing
Yeah.
on last gen, right? 360. I went back to play 360, and man, you could tell the frame drops. You know, you didn't notice it back then because you just was moving with the flow, but you can notice it now. But Fresh answered the question: will you get it? Do you
Well,
believe the 4K hype?
um, yeah, I would definitely get 4.5 day one, and and let me say this: I believe the hype. I believe everything that's going on because, it's been days, it's been hours. Like Sony could have said something, because it's been far too long now. Nintendo hasn't even their rumors and stuff like that. They didn't even say well the controller they did, but they didn't say nothing about Destiny 2 and stuff like that. So same with Sony with this PS4.5, they would have definitely addressed the whole thing already, like probably within 2 days or a couple hours. But um, so yeah, I would get it. But the reason why I think it's going to do that, what you hearing, and more, like, cause everybody, we all talk about resolution, but let's talk about, like you said, frames. We ain't talking about that. Like nobody not talking about if it's going to be running in 4K 60 frames. Like if it was, I think that's going to happen. Some games going to run at 4K 60 or
Mm,
most of them. Like, cause
mm.
games like The Last Guardian. Now, I think games like Last Guardian, Deep Down, and probably Final Fantasy, probably never came out is because of the developers with the things they was trying to do, but they couldn't do it. So they wasn't gonna half butt a game. So they like, you know what? We're just gonna push the game back until we come out with some better hardware. Only come out with upgradable a system or something like.
All right, hold up now, Fresh. Hold up now, Fresh. Um, we're at the end of this
I,
segment. At the end of this segment, Turtles, I loved your answer as well as Fresh's, but I want to hear your answer, audience. Right in the comments section, letting us know: are you getting the PS 4.5 if it's announced this year? Remember, Sony has not confirmed it. Sony has not said it's coming out this year, and news is now coming out that it is. I would love to hear your thoughts. Now let's move on to the next
No,
segment. What do you mean? Over
no,
here.
man, it's not confirmed, man. Stop saying
No,
that. You
these is
saying
news. This is news from Kotaku. This is news from reliable sources from other
no. Until I hear from Sony, this one is real.
I understand, and that's how it should
Just
be.
like they did with the NX, man. It's the same with the NX, man. We was wrong.
What if the NX is called Nintendo 65? Okay, let's move on to the next
No,
topic.
that's what I'm
Let's
talking
move on to the next topic. Okay, we're back, and we're on our next and last segment of Gaming Talk Episode 8S, and that is PSVR 2 coming out next year. Why do I say that?
Oh,
Stay tuned. And this is why I say that. PSVR. Fresh said it in the last segment. It's weaker than the Hive and Oculus, the PC VR units. PSVR resolution, the display, is 960p times 1080p per eye, when the PC VR headset are 1080p times 1200 per eye. And that's a big difference. This PS 4.5 will not solve that resolution problem. What will solve that resolution problem will be a new PSVR. PS 4.5, like we talked on the last segment, will give a power boost to this headset Sony is trying to give to us, but only in frame rate. Only in frame rate. Now, my question to you boys, for them to match the VR headsets of PC. A PlayStation VR headset, a second one must come out next year. It must. It must. Turtles, do you think it should come out next year? And do you think Sony will come out with one next year?
I mean, next year, I'm all down for VR, so, you can give me anything VR, I'll take it. So.
You want to play that Grand Theft Auto in first person VR?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I think this whole gaming thing is headed towards a virtual reality thing. It's just getting more hype and all around it. So I'm definitely down for some PlayStation VR.
But yeah.
Okay, you think they will? You think they will? You think you want it, but do you think they will?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hold up. So you think they're gonna make a VR 2 or 1.5?
Yeah, I think so. But Fresh, before I get to you, let me say this. I think they're going to do it because, like I said, PS 4.5, right? That's just gonna give it the frame rate it might need to go against Hive and Oculus, the PC VR units, because
that's still a big boost.
Yeah, that's still a big boost, but the display is still going to be 960p times 1080p versus the other headsets displays at 1080p times 1200p, and that's per eye. My question now back to you, Fresh. Do you think they're going to do it next year, and should they do it next year? Should they have a VR2, PSVR 2?
Yeah, well, no. If anything, it would be called PlayStation VR 2.0 or 1.5 or whatever. But I'm gonna say this: it's just not right. Listen, if you can't get it right now, you might as well delay it. Delay it till next year, because there's just no point on us spending $400 already, and then we're just gonna throw that VR to the side and then get another one. What's the point?
I think that it's gonna be just like how TVs work, right? Like you could get two TVs that run the same hertz, but one looks better than the other. I think that's what's going to happen with the VR. You'll still be able to use your PSVR 1. I just think VR 2 will be for those who waited.
Yeah, well, that's going to kill. That's why Xbox is in the mess what they in right now. You can't look. All these services and systems, man. Like they running PlayStation now. They doing a lot right now. You can't
Hmm.
keep adding stuff on you. Like you're gonna add a PSVR. PSVR should just be PSVR. And then they're gonna have like you know how they got PlayStation 4.5 games coming out specifically for 4.5. So you mean to tell me they're gonna have games specifically for VR too? Like
No,
by
listen,
next
listen.
year? That's
It's going to be just like how PlayStation 4.5 is doing it. They're going to have games that come out for PlayStation VR 2 that are compatible with PlayStation VR 1, but you'll just see a noticeable difference if you were to compare the two.
all right. So you telling me you want to buy VRs every year?
I'm telling you that Sony is going to put out a VR 2 to combat against Oculus and Hive, which
Um,
don't need
People
second.
buy iPhones every year.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's the
people
thing.
buy,
It's not.
but yeah, go ahead first.
It's not. That's the thing. VR is not even out yet. Like Oculus and Vive is supposed to be coming out April 12th. Oculus is already out. PlayStation got time to delay their VR until next year. If they can't get it right now, the resolution and all that. If listen, if the resolution gets better, only if they delay it till next year, I'm down with that. I don't want a VR too. I don't. That's going to take me out of virtual reality because you got to spend all this money all on the games already on the Move controllers. Like, come on, now it's $500, $400.
Now,
You willing to do the same thing for the PS4.5 and the VR2 coming out next year, and you got the NX, and you got
let me say
look,
this: people are not going to want to wait for a PlayStation VR 2. They're going to want to play because they're going to advertise the mess out of this PlayStation VR, right? They're going to say cinema mode, how we talked about. They're going to say play your games like in a theater, and also stuff like these exclusive VR experiences you can't have with other games, like Star Wars Battlefront VR, right? That's definitely coming out next year, but what I'm trying to tell you is the only way to seize the market now is to come out this year. They need to seize the market now, and that's why they're coming out this year. And then I don't think they're going to delay it if they keep on track of
yeah,
where they're
but
going.
yeah, but listen, I'm gonna put in this too that I looked up a bunch of videos on what people thought about VR, and there were some people that were saying that they like PlayStation VR better than the Oculus, and they thought it was more crisp. So
Mm,
there's a balance when it comes to things like that. Like Oculus and Vive is not always the better ones. Like it's all about perspective now on what you see
mm.
in your eye. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't judge it by everybody else now. Like we got to see with our own two eyes now in the VR. Like it's because somebody else said. It's because what the specs say. Like honestly, sometimes specs it tells the truth, but to you, everybody has their own opinion about it and their different
Just like
experiences.
a 900p game on
Yeah.
PS4 versus a 900p game on
Yeah,
Xbox One.
yeah, exactly. So in that case, like people did say, "Oh, I think the Vive is better," or I think some people thought the Oculus was better. Then I seen somebody say that PSVR was better. So I'm like, well, I just gotta see for myself now.
Mm,
You know,
And
so
mm.
that's what that is. Okay, now that we know when people say, "Oh, that game is trash," why you say that? Oh, because I heard somebody say it. Now VR, you got to play it yourself to judge it. You just because somebody else said you don't have VR, don't review games for VR if you don't have a VR. Now you
Yeah.
caught. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, and also like since you're changing the perspective or some things like that, like some people like for example GTA, like some people like to play in third person and some people like to play in first person. Like me, I'm a hardcore first person kind of guy. And so whenever I'm getting the VR on my hands, I'm just like, "Oh boy, hey, more first person stuff for me." But then
exactly.
there's going to be some other people not liking the whole first person thing and they want to go back to their old PS4 or Xbox One or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Look, if you like driving simulators, if you like first person shooters, if you like space games and stuff like that,
First person in
VR is the
general.
perfect game. First person in
Yeah.
general,
I think at
VR
the
is the
end of the day,
perfect for you.
I think at the end of the day, we could be wrong, me and Turtles, right? On them releasing a VR headset next year just to combat
Yeah,
against Oculus and Rift because
that's a good
they
yeah,
might
but that's
not
still a good
need.
thought though.
That's definitely a good thought. And time will tell. I think that they don't want to do it just because if they would have said PS 4.5 year one of PS4, people would have been like, I'm waiting then, you know? And they don't want to do that. They want to seize the market, like I said earlier. It's just an interesting thought because, like Turtle said, phones come out every year, and technology is rapidly improving. And Lord knows they already know how to make the resolution better. It just may cost more to do so. And the PSVR headset might go from 400 to 500 as a base purchase. So what they're doing is looking out and covering their own butts and making sure they seize the market. Hopefully, VR meets the October release window. I think it's
I
going to be
hope so.
critical for them to come out this year to seize the market. But if they need to delay it, delay it. But hey, man,
VR is a dream.
VR is a dream, just like some of these games. Real quickly, what game, if you were to press the button, the VR button, and they'll optimize it to become VR, what game would it be? Fresh, I want to start off with you.
Wow. You just gonna start off with me? Uh,
Yep.
well, well, I just hope that the game, the game I want, they probably already doing it. And if they don't, they stupid. The game I definitely just want right now is for them to do on VR is No Man's Sky.
Amen.
That's it. No Man's
Yep.
Sky.
You'll be done. You'll be done. You won't have to play
Oh,
nothing
so
else.
you be done.
You'll be done. You'll be done. Turtles, I want you to tell me real quickly what game,
Oh,
if you could press the, hey man, hold up, let me finish talking. If you was able to press the VR button, it'll become VR. What would it be?
definitely Mirror's Edge too. Oof.
What you'll have that bucket ready to throw up in?
Oh yeah. I'm ready, man.
You ready just to feel like
So,
death? That's how
I'm gonna
throwing
set
up
up my
feels
living
like.
room to look like a level.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's
Okay,
fine.
let me say this. What game I would love to have in VR? Mm, what would it be? I'm not gonna say the
Ooh,
same
this is a
game
good one.
Fresh says. I'm not gonna say the same game Turtle says. But
Mass Effect.
come on, no. It it wouldn't even be a game. It would be like reality, like life. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
man, you said a
like move.
game. You said what game? No, you
Oh,
gotta pick a game too,
I
man.
gotta pick a game
Eh,
because I was about to say
What
movies.
about
You know,
Uncharted
like
4?
I would love for them to put a camera in theaters, like a 360 camera, and you sit down on your bed, put the VR headset, you look around, you see people eating popcorn, and they can't see it because it's like this camera that's like tinted, and they can't see the eyes of. Oh, actually, that'd probably be creepy because you know
Oh
you
yeah, I feel
you
like that would
you
ruin the experience.
some no that wouldn't
Oh,
ruin it.
okay,
That'd be
yeah,
real
yeah. You
life.
saying the
That'd be real
experience?
life.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be real
yeah.
life. That'd be real life because you could look back in real life at the person behind you, but they'll back at you and be like, "Stop looking at me," you know.
Oh,
But anyway, I think that'd be just so
that.
cool to go to the movies without going to the movies. But in the respect of me saying games, I would love to see. Screw it, No Man's Sky. I'm sorry, I gotta pick it too. I gotta pick
Oh,
it too. Like I said, you'll be done. You'll be done. Coming home from work, and I'm about to jump on my ship and fly somewhere. That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
that is
One
amazing,
day.
man.
One day.
Yeah, man. Now look, guys, we're gonna close off this segment, but I want to ask the viewers, please leave in the comment section, drop a like on this video. Support my boys' channels. All their channel stuff will be in the description below. And also subscribe here for more gaming news. Write in the comment section, let me know what game would you like to play in VR, and does a VR 2 sound necessary? Would you like it to come? And do you think it will? Let's move on to the last part. Oh, you said Google. This is the last part of Gaming Talk, and this is episode S, aka 8S, third episode of the S series. I'm glad you boys was able to join me today. Now, I want from Turtles to tell the folk where they can find you, and Fresh, you'll be next. Turtles, tell the people.
Oh, the description.
Boy,
Oh, he right. He right. He
he
man
is
right.
right. He is right. Look in the description for all my boys' channels. Support them.
Yes, sir.
Fresh, you want to say it too? Oh,
Prince the
goodness.
Gamer, man. Prince the Gamer.
Oh, my goodness.
Hit that subscribe button. You know, smash the heck out of that like button, like it stole something. Beat it like it stole something.
Okay.
Oh!
Now, if they beat it too much, though, they're gonna unsubscribe on mistake. Because if you keep clicking subscribe, you're gonna unsubscribe eventually. You know. So here you go. This is what I say.
It's like a double
Click it 3 times. Click Fresh's subscribe button 3 times, and you'll be subscribed. It'll be the same amount of beating, but you'll be subscribed after you're done beating it.
Exactly.
Hit it 3 times for Turtles too. Don't hit it 3 times for mine. Just hit it once and smile. But if you need to hit it 3 times, do it. What you saying?
What you mean do it?
I was trying to hold it in, but it came out hard. It's okay. You gotta let it out sometimes.
This man said do it.
Like Shia LaBeouf. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Don't let them. But yes, this has been your host, Raw. Guys, do your sign off. I said.
Well, it's Prince the Gamer. I'm glad to be back on episode 8S, and yeah, subscribe to my channel, be updated on more gaming news, and check out that Final Fantasy. We got that Uncharted 4 coming out soon, and yeah, guys, see you guys on the next Gaming Talk.
Turtles.
Alright guys, it's your boy Turtles Live. Go ahead and check out my channel. I post lots of really great gaming content. Not gaming news, but it's some different types. I think you might like it. But anyways,
they will.
Go ahead and check out their channels too, and as always, see you in the next episode.
You will love both of these boys' content. Please subscribe to their channels. Show love, support, because we appreciate you guys. Everything we do is for you. Because at the end of the day, this channel is nothing without you. Thank you.
We love you, man. No homo.
This has been Raw coming at you raw. Pieces.
And cut. Hell!
Console gamers who consider themselves that will continue playing on Xbox One, but PC gamers, it makes no sense for you guys to have an Xbox One. You might as well sell it towards a PS4.
And that's another thing about No Man's Sky. Once you see some life, you get excited. But how many planets in that game will have life? We don't know. Because in our solar system, like, we are the only ones in on Earth that's as far as we know.